One of the main goals of this unit is going to be to solve trig equations. And in order to do that, we need to learn how to simplify trig identities. We're also going to brush up on some of our algebraic techniques and skills in order to accomplish that goal and get expressions simplified so that we can, in a few days, solve trig equations. So when I look at this example, I want to simplify sine squared secant x minus secant x. If you'll notice, we have two terms, and the common factor that they have is secant. So I'm going to factor that secant out. When I do that, that's going to leave me sine squared minus 1. Now, when I look at this sine squared minus 1, that makes me think of a Pythagorean identity. So let's recall that we have a Pythagorean identity that says sine squared plus cosine squared equals 1. And that means that a sine squared minus 1 would be equal to a negative cosine squared. So we're going to take this negative cosine squared and substitute it in for this factor. So we're going to have secant x times the negative cosine squared of x. And then if we'll recall, secant is the reciprocal of cosine, so secant is equal to 1 over cosine. And we're going to multiply that times our negative cosine squared. So I have cosine times cosine over cosine, so one of these is going to cancel with that, and my final answer is going to end up to be negative cosine x.